And we're back.
Hello.
Hey, everyone out there. Get the comments up, see who's here. Blue Healer. Hey. Let's see, anybody else been there?
Wow.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that looks a little weird. Let me.
Well, Bedtime Stories is looking for you, but it's not showing up.
Yeah, I know. I was weird. I think when my internet here went out, it disappeared off there. I couldn't find it anymore on searchings.
Excuse me.
But let's see here.
Well, good thing on my Apple Chrome says, "Hey, guess what? It's live. Go look for it." And
Yeah, my live email just popped up in mine. So on the one here, and let me take a look at the other one here, see what pops up here. This one. Yeah. So IRS extends tax payment, federal tax payment. Yeah, my other one just popped up on my other one to July 15th.
I'll still be under quarantine by then.
Move to retirement folder.
1 second.
Yeah. There we go. That's up. It says 5 watching. Duncan Homestead. Hey. And how are you this morning? All right. And there we go. That shows that watching. So, yep. Playing catch up. Hey, Fishes and Loaves Life. Can't stay long. All right. Glad you're here for a little bit. Since you're here, anything you have on your mind we can talk about really quick? Fishes and Loaves. Yeah, I would like to have that underground bunker too. There's quite a few of the ones I found around. This is actually a museum in Prague. But yeah, I would love to have that, especially now. So
okay, now that I've threatened my kid to within an inch of his life, I'm back.
You don't behave, I'm gonna make you walk uphill to school in the snow both directions. Okay.
I've already used that analogy to him. He said, "Dad, you can't do that." So I showed him as we were walking to Walmart that we literally have to go up a hill one way and go back up a hill the other way, because there's a hill in between the house and Walmart.
Yeah. Duncan says may need to get an arc if the rain doesn't stop. Yeah, Julie was saying that it started coming down in the mountains of Eastern California yesterday, and she said it was just deluged. Delta Papa, hey, how you doing? And when I was talking to Scott yesterday was the first sunny day they've had in a week or so down in LA itself. But I was watching Suspicious
Observers.
That's the channel, the great channel. Everyone, you need to check them out this morning. And he was showing a satellite weather map projection thing, showing and we're in for a little bit, couple more days of it, of snow coming across Nevada, Colorado, Utah, catching a little bit of us up here maybe. Hey, Butch, how's it going?
Good morning.
Yeah, Butch Sand Hollow Homestead. Oh, which reminds me, there was something
Butch,
I was
the live stream on my channel last night. You'd have liked it.
Oh yeah, you would have, Butch. He had the Green Wizard on there last night. Let me check one thing here real quick, because there was an email I need to okay, it was okay.
Kathy, hey, she shows up on time for yours. Jeez. I must have made her angry. I'm sorry, Kathy.
All right. Okay, I don't know. Crud, why I do that other email? I must have lost it. Must have been on a comment than on a video. Yeah. All right. Anyways, when Sand Hollow popped in and reminded me something I was supposed to be asking everybody and telling everybody that Butch wanted me to ask and tell everybody. Well, one thing I do remember is if you haven't seen the video I put out that the Southern Idaho and neighbors meet and greet has been postponed back to August 15th, which is a Saturday. And
just giving you a hard time, Kathy. I understand.
And so anybody that wants to come to it, it's been pushed back, so you got more planning time, but we really need to get it out to everybody. Anybody you guys can share it with about it. Anybody that you know that is in the Idaho, northern Nevada, northern Utah, eastern Oregon, western Wyoming, Montana area, to get them to know about it, get it out there so they can go let us know, because we're trying to get together a group together for help planning this thing out and get some ideas and we want to get a number of how many people are going to show up. We have a maximum of 80 in the little conference room we have reserved at AJ's restaurant, but we really need to try to get some people commitments and stuff, or a good ideas of so we may try to get some speakers to come in. Speaking of which, Dave, do you know where Ron is at? What part of the country?
Yeah, I do.
He's in Idaho. He's in Ohio, isn't he?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Neighbor.
Damn.
Neighbor. Not real close neighbor, but he a neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And what are they talking about here?
My
device got infected and I had to start over.
Did you quarantine it and put N95s on it? I'm being obviously stupid about that, but
yeah. No, you're being democratic. Yeah, you're being
that's democratic.
Oh no, or worse, you're being Bernie about it.
Hey, somebody's got to bring the comedic relief in here somewhere. If we don't keep somewhat of a positive attitude and add levity to the situation, it's going to get dark and dreary too doggone fast.
Yeah.
And if I have to be the comedic relief and looks silly and stupid, then I'll do it to make everybody laugh and keep their spirits up.
Well, if we want it dark, I can bring the shadow in.
I just turned my camera off.
He's gone. Or what do we got here? Bring him. Oh, that wasn't. All right. Could I bring one of my buddies in?
Yeah. He's got way too much technology in his hands. He needs to share. I need it.
And here's what's really going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody know where that music is coming from?
I hear it, but I am not positive from where. And yes, Kathy, I am.
All right.
We all have way too much time on our hands now.
Oh, wrong one. There we go. There. Sorry, I pulled a wheel there.
That's all right. Could be worse. You could have just kicked me out.
Or made you go solo. You're back.
Don't scare people like that. Come on, it's too early in the morning. Coronary.
Yeah.
We need to keep people out of the hospitals as much as possible.
Okay, let me escape that down. But let's see if I can throw this other one up here.
Yeah, Delta.
I found something good for us though.
Something I did want to mention last night before the end, and we kind of got on topic and off topic and went circles. Folks, remind your friends and family this time, right now, scammers are going to come out of the woodwork in droves of billions. In the last 3 days, I've received 16 spam calls, and I'm on the do not call list. Okay, so just remind, especially your elder friends and family, remind them that scammers are coming out of the woodwork, and they're going to do anything and everything. They're going to say anything and everything under the sun to try and get people to give money for this or that or something else. Or, hey, we're calling to give you a rebate on your electric bill. Just give us your name, address, telephone number, social security number, and we'll send it right to you. It's a crock of crap. Don't listen to it. Tell your friends and family about it. Make sure they understand that if it's not a guaranteed reputable source, as in, you don't have everything to prove who they are, ignore it. Just hang up on it and get rid of it.
Yeah. There's even worse than that. Well, first off, they but just remind. So anybody we're on the South Idaho meet and greet. We're looking to find out what is the most interesting things you'd like to learn at the meet and greet, reminding these 3 topics. So if you have anything, you can either put it, email me. My email's down in the description below, or you can comment on one of my videos about the meet and greet, or you can go to Sand Hollow and comment on his videos on the meet and greet. All right, so pull that off. Thank you, Kathy. I found something we need to get, Dave.
It's not affordable.
Yeah, but it's a nice bunker.
Oh, yes. That's your side of the house, and Charles and I can go live in a closet somewhere. We'll be happy.
There's a multiple. That one supposedly has multiple rooms set up just like that.
Oh, well, then that's fine.
Yeah, so they're set up for, they got 4 beds in each room. So, but yeah, that would be a nice one. But something I did want to.
I got a year and a half's worth of food I could bring.
Yeah, I would like to get that. Let me get this one here back up.
Of course, by the time we're done with this, did you all read Mr. Trump's little statement that they put out?
When he put it out, I missed it.
Last night.
No, I didn't.
While we were actually streaming, I do believe, was about the same time. Hi, Hiz.
All right.
Prepare for 18 months.
That's his happy is actually Mary. That's Mary.
Yes, I know.
Call it, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. All right.
Let me see if I can find the
article. Oh, wow. Okay, well, you're looking for the article. I'm going to throw something up here on the side here for us. I'm looking at my Facebook here, guys. My nephew posted this one here, John Smith, about, do we go up, if the apocalypse starts tomorrow, do we go out and get Mad Max Air outfits and hairdos, or does that happen immediately, or does that happen later? But yeah, I mean, that's what everybody's talking about right now. But where is the other one? There was one that was really important I wanted to share here. I hope I can find it here real quick. I didn't do that last night. It has to do with scammers. I have to scroll down here a bit to catch it. Wait for Facebook to catch up because it's running slow.
Here's an interesting update.
Yes.
Niall Ferguson, the doctor that's been talking to Trump, that convinced Trump to take this a lot more seriously, has the virus.
Has the virus now?
Yep.
Oh, okay, what just popped up here? All right. Scott's going to pop in here in a few minutes. He's getting ready for break. Let me go ahead and throw that link down in there for him. Dang it, clicking the wrong thing. Control C, Control V. All right.
Wow, that's. Well, be thankful, folks, you don't live in the Philippines. City in Philippines plays The Purge announcement to enforce coronavirus curfew.
Oh,
that's kind of ominous.
Yeah, I just spotted something else here. I didn't, some group here says watching says that Trump is did something about disbanding pandemic's office or something, and he says I didn't do it. So there's a rumor flying out around there, I guess.
I'm not surprised. We already know how the political system's going to react.
Yeah, I hear something from Bloomberg.com. Trump pushes 1.2 trillion stimulus, $1,000 checks in 2 weeks.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
The Democrats are going to do everything they can to block it.
Okay, I got to share this one.
All right, here I found it. Find it again.
How it feels waking up every morning in 2020. Damage report. But I got to find that one. It was very important, guys. It's I mean, I could tell you about it, but the visuals, what you got to see. It's, try and think. It's I may have to just go to Jason's page to look it up. I'll probably have to do that. All right.
PANCAP adapted U.S. government 19 plan, March 13th. I have a link. I do not know if it's going to fit. So let's do it this way first. I'll share it with you first so you can get an idea how big it is. That might fit within the window if you want to.
As soon as I see it pop up here.
Yeah, private.
Private? Okay. All right. Let me. Oh, there it is. Okay. So private.
Unclassified for official use only, not for public distribution or release. Oops.
Oh. Let's see what it says here. Full PDF.
Yes, sir. It's got a nice, pretty picture at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to download this. So
Unclassified. And that's from the. Well, crap. If they're putting it out there on the web like that. All right. Let me go back here to comments.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would recommend downloading this when you get a chance to see it. Download it, read it at your leisure. It says it's 103 pages long.
And it is there. I just put the link in there. And there we go.
Howie.
So, yeah, this is what he's talking about here. Yeah, so, yeah. It's so, yeah. It's a PDF, so you can download it and read it.
And I will be uploading that to the Discord server here in a little while.
All right. So, but I found the thing here. So, attention. If you all see that, excuse the language, in here, Jason's getting a little excited about this, or the other person is that he copied it from. These guys I've heard about guys going from house to house dressed in Tyvek suits, saying they're testing for the virus. They get in, they start stealing stuff out of your house. They go into each, we gotta check each room. They go into each room. They all head off to different rooms at the same time. So they start pocketing stuff, going through stuff, and so. Don't let anybody in white Tyvek suits into your house if they're claiming, we're here to test. And this happened in Stockton, California.
Again, going back to my statement earlier, the idiots coming out of the woodwork looking for things to do and steal.
Yeah, I really like the fact that a couple have sunglasses on in there. Anyways, yeah. So,
thank you for coming up last night there, Howie. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And I just need to download that.
Move North. Welcome.
full, and I'm going to put that over to, I'm saving that document right now. So give me a second here. While I look at this here, move that over to the asset center. And
2 hours later, hey Gail, what happened to your webpage? You can't get on it no more. Damn it, they found it in the paper.
No, I'm not putting it on the web page. I'm putting it in my folder of stuff I may load up to it. So
it'll be interesting to read if this all blows over in say 6 months. We can look back and say, boy, were they stupid. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. All right. All right. So, and also put the share that page link to the asset center as well. So in case it disappears, I got saved in several spots and doing stuff like that.
So I'm saving it to 2 different devices.
Yep. Yeah. So those of you that didn't have a chance to see last night's live stream on Southern Ohio Prepping, it is worth going back and watching it. We had Ron. How do you pronounce his last name?
I'm not even going to attempt to butcher it.
Yeah. The Green Wizard on there, and he was answering a lot of questions and covering a lot of stuff. Howie from Food Forest Permaculture came up and joined us for a little bit as well. And I got and we had where is it here? Sherry K was on there on the side chat, filling in a bunch of
answers for
questions on health stuff as well. So next, not this coming Saturday, the following Saturday, I got Sherry K going to be here on my Saturday, Survival Saturday, talking about the keto diet. And the following Saturday after that, April 4th, the Green Wizard's going to be on Saturday Survival, and we're going to be talking about fixing up your food bank garden. So
I hope that's wrong, Kathy. I hope that's wrong, because that's a petri dish waiting to happen.
Especially if any of those ships are already slightly contaminated.
They all are. Every ship they've sent out has had a case of it.
That's probably they want to do it. They want to be able to write it and ships off afterwards.
Yeah, just drop them out in the middle of the ocean and sink them. That's a good idea. Because y'all realize that's what they do with those ships, right?
Yeah.
Did you get the little GIF I sent you?
What? You mean email-wise?
Yeah, I sent you a GIF.
Uh-oh. Take a look at this one here. Yeah, that's the one from that. Move that to live streams.
It'll probably come up as a web page link.
I'm looking here for an email.
I think it's a reply to your email saying I was going to be late. Maybe not.
Okay.
If not, I'll throw it up here in a second.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. Let me open this in a new tab. And
get a kick out of it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put it over here. Let me move it over here. All right.
Here's your daily dose of morning comedic relief.
All right. Before I put it up here, there are two big words going out. Acronyms out there right now. The TWACI, the end of the world as we know it, and of course the ever famous SHTF.
The poop has hit the fan, folks. Obviously, we're saying that with a jovial heart and not seriously intending to say that it actually happened. I just thought it was funny when I found that.
Save image. I'm going to see if it'll allow me to save it to my GIF files here. SHTF. Save.
Has hit the oscillating and motor.
Defecation has made contact with the rotary oscillator. Yep, it saved it.
Cool. Okay, folks, that PDF is now available under the Dragon Chat on the Discord server. So if you didn't get a chance to download it here, you can go on the Discord server and it's under Dragon Chat and you can download it from there.
Okay, so let me go ahead and pull this down and get this other thing up here for everybody.
And the
highlight
PDF says stock up 18 months of stuff. Where CDC and DHS were passing around memos less than a week ago saying store 3 months.
And those memos there, DHS was passing around was chopped because I put out it back about 11 years ago on the emergency preparedness stuff for all federal employees to have 6 months of supplies. And we had a bunch of wild snivellers. Oh, you can't get that. Well, they can. No, you read the whole memo. Start this month with 1 month, and in 2 months add another month, and in 2 months add another month, and that's what my memo went out with. Okay, we are at. Okay.
T-minus poo-poo and counting.
Theater mode. There we go. That's a little bit better. I can still change channels with this. United States went up again. And so to explain what
it'll be at over 12,000 by tonight.
Yeah, easy. Because between now and last night, all right, last night at 11:30, this was the number here. And that was 81. So let me update. I'll just put the number in down here. 10,781. And plus this minus that. So it has gone up 1342 since 11:30 Mountain Standard Time last night. So in 11 hours, it's gone up that, and it didn't move hardly anything overnight. Most of these numbers are being reported this morning, and so it'll jump again here in about another 2 hours. It'll jump a bunch. Actually, 3 hours. About 1:30, it jumps a bunch.
I like about Roy Labs. It has an actual time of when they're going to update the numbers.
Yeah. So
other sites may have other or different info, but Roy Labs does their best to stay on top and let people know, hey, we're live, but come back at X number of hours and we'll have a new update for this area. And they give different locations for the US, Germany, France, Belgium, whatever. They say what time they're updating that information. So you can always go back if you're in those countries or concerned about those countries. You can go back at that time and see the update.
All right. This other number off to the side here is basically this number here, last night's ending number, and Monday's ending number. So in 48 hours, it almost doubled. Whereas before, earlier here, it was going up a little bit, 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 a little bit. Well, it almost doubled in 48 hours there.
To paraphrase another YouTube channel, case, cluster.
Yeah. That's the thing. So a lot of these, are a lot of our seed cases all came from other countries. And let me get back over here and go drop down. Yeah. So they came from other countries, and it went woof. All right, Kathy. Thank you for help. Move north, hey, move north. All right, you came in there. All right. How you doing? Hey, Ryan, the gamer's in the house. So yeah, I mean, so like from Monday night to Wednesday night, 48 hours, it almost doubled number of cases. So,
and we're all. I just caught that you were running off too. I think
who's running
off?
Oh yeah, Fish and Losa says she wasn't able to stay long in the very beginning. Hey, she stuck around for half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you much.
Thanks for listening to a bunch of kooks. Hey, according to everybody else, we know nothing. We don't. We're just spreading fear.
A song popped in my head when you said that from back in the 60s.
Oh, dear God. Please don't let it be that song.
They're coming to take me away. Aha, yo, to the funny farm where life is great all the time. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the white van to show up and then walk out with a couple suits. And not the fun kind of pretty suits. We're talking the ones that tie your arms behind your back. And do you know there is a way to get out of those if you can dislocate your shoulder?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's painful as all heck, but it can be done.
Yeah.
I'm too old to deal with that kind of pain. I ain't going to do it.
Yeah, me neither.
Just take me, put me in a nice isolated room with white walls and put my son in here with me. Let us be by ourselves. Feed us 3 times a day. And
yeah. So, but on the more light side of things,
you need light? I got light.
Oh shoot, I just lost it. What's his name in Florida? The Prepper channel in Florida.
There's several.
Had some initials at the beginning, like CFL or whatever. Anyways, shoot. Yeah, he put out. He put out about a 5-minute video yesterday on his. I don't want that. CLC in Florida. He put out a video yesterday on toilet paper memes from Facebook. I was laughing my butt off at some of those. Some of the stupid things people are doing. And there was another one I read this morning. It said, date 2050. John finally opened the last package of toilet papers his parents bought in 2020.
30 years later.
Yeah. So there is a lot of fun stuff out there. But on the lighter side, who wants to go here?
What are you doing at my secret cabin? I wish. I'll tell you right now, if I had a place like that, that's where I'd already be. The minute this even hit the U.S. shores, I'd already be there. That's why I say I wish I had a vehicle right now. I'd go live in a tent if I had to up in Michigan. Charles and I would vacate this area. Because we have confirmed cases in my county and in the county next to me.
Yeah.
My neighbors are running around gallivanting all over God's green earth, acting like there ain't no big deal. The flu's worse than this. Quit watching the media. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, when you get it, I hope you don't die.
Yeah. The Idaho one here. There was a. Is this the one I had opened up? There's for Idaho here, thing out there, being at least halfway honest about a bunch of stuff. Is this the one that had the map? They had an interesting map on one I found this morning. That was I think this is the one.
Just in time prepping.
Hey. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna move this over here. this over here.
I'm gonna squeeze this again.
And as soon as I take care of something else here, before I put this up here, at least this is one good thing that Idaho's doing. Most of the states, come on, let's go get it big enough so we can see. There we go. And back to StreamYard and boom. And so they're at least showing which counties have cases. And this one in the big dark blue one in the middle here has 5 cases in it. Ada County, where Boise is at, has 3 cases. Twin Falls County has 1. Teton and Madison County each have 1. The one in Madison County is a stupid student that was feeling sick at home and came back to college after spring break. Even though the college was being shut down, and they were saying they were going to online classes only. So,
let me see.
Yeah. Go ahead and just close that window out. United Way has stepped up. They have a fund for economic relief. They will help pay bills, rent, and food. And so they are also working with local relief agencies coordinating this effort. Yeah. This one's funny. Read it carefully.
I can't see it. I'm not looking at the right page. Hold on.
It's a little bit bigger. What a freaking year this week has been.
Yeah, no.
No doubt, folks.
Okay, Ohio. I can't see the counties because they refuse. Wait a minute. They list it. They don't show it.
Yeah.
There are, in Ohio, 88 confirmed, 19 counties in Ohio. There's 26 in hospitalization, 333 cumulative numbers under health supervision, which is a number they're not reporting to everybody. These people may have it, but we're not telling you. Number of counties with cases: Ashland, Belmont, Butler, which is right next to me, Conshohocken, Cuyahoga, Dark, Delaware, Franklin, which is just south of me, Geauga, Huron, Lake, Lorraine, Lucas, Mahoning, Medina, Stark, Summit, Trumbull, and Tuscarawas. Say those a couple times fast. You'll have your tongue so tied around your eye teeth you can't see straight. Wow, some really strange county names.
Well, somebody found the world's champion social distancing person.
That's me at the moment.
No.
Well, I'm about as ugly as he is, so they caught me on the day before I shaved, so I cut my hair.
But I mean, that kind of puts the point across. Social distancing, it means social distancing.
It works if you use it.
Yeah. Oh, Arnold's even getting in on it.
Oh dear.
Stay at home as much. He's on Twitter. Stay at home as much as possible. Listen to the expert. Ignore them. The morons. We'll get and we will get through this. And then there's a link to some information.
Well, that's about the best thing you can do, especially in your current condition, bud. You're trying to heal up. Stay home, bud. Stay home.
Ooh, got another link here. The latest National Guard mobilizations by state.
Should only be 2 states with current National Guard mobilizations: California and New York.
Let me see what we have here. And this just came out 2 hours ago from American Prepper Network.
And prep.
Okay. Governors across 23 states have mobilized components of the Army and Air National Guard to assist their state's response to the incident, to the dragon.
That's up a few from the last thing I heard.
Puerto Rico is the first and only U.S. territory to activate its National Guardsmen so far.
Not true. New York has as well. The city.
Well, no, territory.
Well, they're
New York's a state.
They're a territory.
They're a state. But they're referring to like Guam, Midway, and those, and American Samoa, and those.
Well, Puerto
Of course,
Rico.
I think American Samoa has already activated theirs. They just shut down the island. They still do not have any cases there, and they're not letting anybody come in.
I can't blame them.
And put it this way, I wouldn't want to challenge any of them Samoans to try to get on land.
Samoans,
the boys will come up there and do a double belly bump on you, and you'll be flat as a pancake. So here are the states that have activated: Arkansas, California, Colorado, Florida, Iowa, Illinois, Louisiana, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island. Yeah, so those are the states that have activated so far.
Ohio's a little late, but it'll get there.
Yeah.
But Ohio does have some pretty good healthcare system. They have some nationally recognized hospitals. Whether they're ready to cope with this or not, it's another story. But Michigan's another state with some nationally recognized hospitals. Main one being the one in Ann Arbor. That's where my mom had to go for her ALS diagnosis and some of the treatments, which all failed. What you find so giggleish?
Someone posted, once they get a corona hoozy vaccine, I don't want to see any of you anti-vaxxers getting one. Don't be a hypocrite.
Oh, they're going to be the first ones in line. Ah!
Now, a friend of mine out here, posted something good here. It's a public service announcement, and you should be really good on this one, Dave. Basically, I'm just going to put it up here. So you guys can see it. If I can make it big enough, I can't. Basically, he says, PSA, truckers can't negotiate big rigs through most fast food restaurant drive-thrus.
Nope.
Nor are they allowed to walk up to the order window, the drive-through order window. Do them a favor, and ourselves too. Offer to do a drive-through for them if you see this happening. We owe them kindness of that at the very least.
Yeah, because most truck drivers are allowed to pay for the fuel pump and told not to walk into truck stops. So how the heck's that poor driver supposed to get their food?
Yeah.
No, that's not all truck stops. That's only a few of them.
Yeah.
But it's going to both major chains, which is Lowe's and TA, are going to implement something here pretty soon. If not in the next 24 hours, by the beginning of next week, they're going to put their truck stops on kind of a semi-lockdown.
Yeah.
Restaurants will be closed. Only limiting number of people in the truck stop at any one time.
Yeah. Now, someone else had replied back to him that one of the it's hidden in one of the other ones here. McDonald's, you can call in an order and they'll bring it out to the trucks.
Yeah.
So they'll bring it out to them. So McDonald's is stepping up on that one at least.
Some McDonald's, the one
some.
The one here in Middletown. The management's kind of a royal pain in the arse. I had a $10 discount coupon for DoorDash, so I figured I'd try it. Whew, good grief, that was a mistake.
Yeah. And Brandon Hirsch put one out here. People are acting crazy, like people are acting like a temporary quarantine is the end of the world. It's not. Avoid large crowds doesn't mean you can't go outside. Like we were talking about last night, go out, work in your garden, stay in your yard, get sunshine.
Keep your mind active. Do not let it dwell on these things which you cannot control, but focus on the things that you can. And pray.
Yeah.
Pray
So
unceasingly.
you can go out and still do things. It's just that
avoid the public.
Yeah.
Assume, I know it sounds drastic, but assume every person you see or are near has it. So just stay away from them.
Yeah.
And don't be belligerently mean about it either. Don't be sociable, but keep your distance.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I don't know if y'all heard Ron say this last night. I think it was off while we were off stream before we went live. But Ohio has told its state police, county sheriffs, and city police departments the following statement: the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, which is your license is at here, no ho-ho, is closed. Message to the state police, county sheriffs, and city police: do not issue tickets for invalid registrations or no driver's licenses.
Cool.
No, not really, because not all them dumb, stupid idiots out there that think they know how to drive that don't.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have a license in the first place are going to be out driving.
Yeah.
The number of accidents are going to go right to the roof.
Well, if everybody's at home, staying at home anyways, and they're out there driving.
I'm in Ohio.
Yeah.
These people here don't understand half of the English language, let alone read it. And I'm being nice.
Yeah, Mary, be real careful there, Mary. That's a big responsibility you have there. All right, I got something I got to share, folks. Don't get wigged out on this, but this is common sense stuff. So your disinfectant wipes, paper towels, you don't flush them. Diaper wipes are not disposable. They'll break down unless they say something like this on it. If I can pull it out here, where it says flushable wipes. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Get it right. Yeah, flushable wipes. Unless it says flushable wipes, don't flush it.
Oh, no. Even those are not biodegradable. The only ones to use are the ones that say biodegradable on it because they're the only ones that actually break down.
Yeah.
The so-called flushable wipes, 90% do not break down.
Yeah. Well, at least they don't have the nylon strings in it and stuff that the other ones do that hold them together.
Oh, you mean the little white mice?
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, yeah, don't flush the Perel wipes or any of the other stuff, and yeah. So, all right, that's another one of those things to be aware of, folks. And yeah.
Yeah, I got one on Facebook that says it a little more drastically. I can find it. Oh, it's gone.
Yes, some of you parents out there are going to find out that your child's teacher wasn't lying about your child's behavior.
I already know my kid's behavior. Thanks anyway. Yeah, I seen look like a fire hydrant this morning on Facebook, but I can't find it now because it gives me 2 posts. That's it. You don't deserve to see more information. You don't have enough friends.
Yeah. Let's see. Can I make this thing? I'm so
I laugh every time I log into Facebook. There is nothing for you to see. Get more friends. I don't need any more friends, according to you. I have all I need. I have my YouTube family. I have my church family.
Oops,
I
too
have my
big.
regular family. I'm good.
Take that down one. There we go. Okay. I had a friend. Her daughter was on a church mission overseas, and so the church went and pulled all the missionaries back.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, she's back home, and that's them coming back from the airport.
Masks are not properly situated. There's too many gaps.
I know, but at least they're wearing something.
Yeah, that's better than nothing. It's better to show a stick in the eye.
But yeah, she wore the mask on the plane coming home, so that was good. Oh, so folks, if you have kids, or someone has kids in there, friend just posted something else here.
Nope, no kids here.
Indoor scavenger hunt or an outdoor scavenger hunt in your yard to keep the kids busy.
Is it on that list used hypodermic needles, burnt spoons, and stuff like that?
5 leaves that look different, stick that's longer than your hand. Nope, nope, nope. A piece of trash you can recycle.
And been near where I live. Otherwise, their list would be entirely different.
Yeah.
Broken cell phones, used burnt needles, burnt spoons, baggies with strange looking white powder residue inside.
Oh, here's one for Idaho.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
Idaho's first drive-through testing will be in at the Mountain View Hospital in Idaho Falls. That's right, up the street from me. So that's going to be the first place for testing. Of course, we don't have anybody that has shown up here in our county yet, but I think up in that county, they're not too far from though. So yeah, we got some goods.
Yes, it is, Sandalo. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Great time to break out the to-do list and get it done.
Spring cleaning time. Actually, all right. Today is the spring equinox.
I'm gonna go get me some coffee.
Guys, tonight at 8:00 Mountain Time is a special spring equinox live stream, and it's going to be really cool. At least I think it's going to be neat. There's going to be something special going on the live stream that you're gonna should enjoy. And I'd like to see all the guys out there who were touting No Shave November to show up tonight. So that's enough of that. Cool, gunslinger. Hey, Lori. So, but I need to throw stuff up here. I was going to throw it up here. So let me get it up here. So when your states are doing, if you're doing the shelter in place, lockdown type stuff, here's something for you to consider. Board games. It's the game of life. Candyland, Risk, Sorry, Monopoly. Bunch of other ones. Yahtzee, Mastermind, Scrabble, Live, Risk. Bunch of different ones there to play. And if you have kids, don't forget the little kid game ones too. But yeah, any type thing, any type game here to help you keep from getting stressed out. Just board games. You probably have a closet full of board games that you haven't played in years. break them bad boys out and start playing the different games. Yep. I would like to say that most of those morons work at the CDC. Oh, card games. Oh, there are some really cool card games out there, Lori. One of my favorite ones, I'm not sure if it's going to show it here. You got Uno, of course. Everybody likes Uno. Boy, they're not showing the other. They're not showing the other one. DOS. You know, sort of like Uno or Insanity Uno. It's the next level up from Uno. Uno Dos, and then Crimes Against Humanity are some of the ones, but there are some other ones out there. Flux, the Flux games. Those are hilarious. If you haven't played any Flux games, let me bring up the list of them.
Hi, Laurie.
LUX. Flux card games.
Oh, I know all of those, Lori.
Yeah, Flux card games. Zombie Flux.
I have a solution, and I will look it up while you talk about that.
All right. One of my favorite ones, though, Monty Python Flux. I think that's the original Flux game. That one is absolutely hilarious. There's also, you know, you got Zombie Flux. We have Pirate, Zombie, and Monty Python. There's a couple other ones out there. And if you're into if you guys, any of you guys were ever into Dungeons and Dragons, there is one that is absolutely hysterical. Actually, hang on a second here. Reach over here. All right, get myself back here. I had to grab something here. Okay, go ahead and pull us back down to this. Is this game, Munchkin.
Oh,
So,
nah, I got something better.
Kill the monster, steal the treasure, stab your buddy. And if you can't read it on the chainsaw here, it says "Orc be gone." But it got all sorts of cool cards and stuff. It is absolutely hilarious. And one of the rules in it is whoever can argue the loudest wins the argument.
Well, I've got that down beat. That's not a problem. Y'all ain't heard my voice yet. Jay, we missed you last night, Jay. We needed the comedic relief. Tibor had to take over for you.
Yeah.
Go share my screen there, son.
Share your screen. There we go. Oh, yes. From
we can see it.
Yeah, boom.
There we go, folks. Doom and Bloom. They have a game. It's respectably priced.
Yeah.
And it even comes with 8 miniatures. Won't let me make it any bigger. I can make it bigger, but y'all ain't go see it any bigger.
Yeah.
I may actually try and pick one of those up just to help support Doc and Nurse Amy and give us a different board game here in the house. So there's my plug for Doc and Nurse Amy.
Yeah, and let me bring it to the Green Wizard Guide. Bring that book up and
go read this.
Bring that one up.
It's an infomercial. If y'all didn't notice, it's an infomercial.
Yeah. Today's infomercial is brought to you by How to Not Go
Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy or Get Cabin Fever.
Compliments of somebody's government, and we won't mention their Red Dragon's name.
Although I do like what Trump's doing. He is not calling it the Corona Huzi or anything. He's calling it the China virus.
Welcome back, Blue Healer. Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. Farkle's a fun dice game. Yeah, there's a lot of dice games too as well. But last night we had the Green Wizard on, and Ron was on there, so it was really cool. Ron's going to be on my Saturday survival, not this Saturday, but 2 weeks after. I think it's April 4th.
Oops, I'm knocking stuff over.
So, but there's that books. That's the other thing to read books. There are all sorts of cool books out there to read. There are a bunch of series of books. And if you have a Kindle or or one of those ones that you download the stuff from Amazon onto, those are great. That way you can they last longer. You don't tear the pages up. I know I love reading books, but paperbacks. Sometimes it's just good to have 20 books that I can reference all on one device rather than carrying around a bunch of books. William J. William W. William W. Oh yeah, William. There we go. Boom. Books. BOOKS. Here's another one of my favorite authors, folks. William W. Johnstone did a lot of Westerns, and then he also had a very good series called The Ashes.
And like a phoenix, we shall rise from the ashes, but it's going to take a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of books out there to read. Invasion USA was his. I don't see The Ashes popping up here. The Ashes was really good. I love The Ashes. There we go. Out of the Ashes was the first book of a really good series on it. A lot of good information on it. Another author's books was Jerry Ahern. Had a lot of interesting books, a lot of information. Jerry Ahern actually wrote, there's Jerry right there, wrote for Guns and Ammo and a bunch of other magazines, articles on weapon reviews as well. And he put a lot of that information into his books.
Another good author would be Don Pendleton.
Don.
Pendleton.
Pendleton.
He wrote the Executioner series, Mac Bolan, Able Team, Phoenix Force.
Yes.
If you like military type style books, then that would be the one to go through. That will keep. I've actually got several on audio disc.
Currently, Watson. What's Watson's first name? Dang it, just lost it. A. Watson, something.
All right, Laurie. See you later.
Yeah, see you, Laurie. I'm gonna have to look this one up. I can't think of it right now. That's Forgotten Realms. No, that's Dungeons and Dragons. Forgotten for. There we go. And that is Thomas A. Watson. There we go. H-O-M-A. Thomas A. Watson. Okay, here we go. Thomas A. Watson has several good series of books out. My favorite is the Dark Titan Journeys ones, and then the Forbidden America series.
Richard Marchenko wrote some good books, I guess, according to Jay.
Richard Marchenko. Let me see if I can find that. See what if it'll come up with it. Or find it. Don't screw up on me here. Hit the wrong button there. CHAR. Yeah, Richard. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? MA. And
he said he may have spelled it wrong.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it'll pull it up anyways if you're close. Oh yeah, MARCINKO. So Red Team, Red Cell, okay, I've heard of some of those.
Rogue Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got there.
So so there are a lot of good books out there to read.
Fair warning for those of you who
hey Howie, welcome back.
If you're watching Netflix here in about another week or so, it may go down due to the number of people actually trying to watch it all at once. So just be prepared for minor outages at Netflix.
Yeah, everyone trying.
We're not going to be able to handle 320 million people trying to log in at once.
Yeah. Trying to watch movies like Contagion, Outbreak,
Pandemic,
yeah, Quarantine, yeah.
It's funny what the mind wants to see when it's under stress.
Yep.
It wants to see more of what's putting it under stress.
But yeah, so guys, if you get quote the shelter in place order, yeah, fun stuff to some fun stuff here to read, games to play. Excuse me. Keep your mind active, do stuff. You can still go out and work in the garden. I mean, yeah, they don't want you doing it. Hey, Scott.
Good morning, Hidden Valley.
See.
Control Alt Delete. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong one.
So yeah, but there are some really nice books out there to read. Hey, if you want a good series of books to read, it's by Tolkien. The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, really good. Always good for another go through if you've read it once or twice or 3 times.
Blue Healer. Well, I cannot confirm nor deny information that I have right now because it's not. My source is not 100% credible half the time, so I can't reiterate anything that they've told me. But do not discount the fact that it might happen. Other states and cities have implemented it. It may go nationwide. I don't know for sure. But this isn't something that should cause fear in any of us. We should, everyone that's in the side chat should be ready for this. While it's going to be stressful, yes, that's why I tried to stress last night and we started this morning. That's why we're talking about the stuff we're talking about, books and games, is to make sure you have something to keep your mind active during this time. You can't just sit, poor me, I'm stuck in my house. You can't do that. I am stuck in my house, but some of that's self-imposed. And I personally went on lockdown over a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago now. You can ask Gil. I posted it on Facebook. My house is on lockdown.
Yeah.
So I already put myself there long before the governor did. So honestly, Lori, I honestly have no idea. I'm not familiar enough with the political climate in Canada to even try and hazard a guess at it. But look at other countries and nations and see what they're doing. they're not under the technical term martial law, but the country's on lockdown, your movement is restricted. That's a form of martial law. So could it happen? Yes. Should it happen? In some areas, most definitely. Because people like down in Florida are still out there doing their, what is it, spring break crap on the beaches. Those people should have been forced to separate and stay away from everything so they didn't turn it into a giant petri dish.
Yeah. And there are going to be some big party, hotel parties going on down there. And then they're all going to take it back to all different colleges and stuff. And now it's going to go another wave going around.
CMU, the college in the town I used to live in. Before the students went on spring break, they were told, don't come back. Go home. CMU was very proactive. And, a lot of colleges aren't following suit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be some students who can't go back home. Either they don't have a home in the first place somewhere else, or a family to go to, or they're exchange students from other nations. So they can't just up and root because of all the travel restrictions. So well, thank you, Butch. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was referring to, Lori, is the kids down in Miami playing and partying like there's no, it's no big deal. With everything the WHO and the CDC put out during the beginning of January to the end of February, nobody is taking this seriously, and that's an issue. I've been trying to say, this is a very serious issue. We need to maintain distance, but not lose our heads in doing it.
Hey, so my niece just posted this.
Is that the one from Peak?
This is from YouTube.
Yeah,
Dr. Cottrell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Prepare for 18 months.
Gee, it looks ominously similar to the document we showed you earlier and the one I posted up on Discord.
I wonder if he got hold of that document, and that's why he was saying that on there.
Wouldn't be surprised. Because see, it went on YouTube, and then I went to find it on Yahoo. It was on Yahoo when I went to bed last night at like 2:30 this morning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there this morning. Maybe Yahoo got some flack for posting it because it's not for public dissemination.
Well, it says non-classified, so
yep.
All it says is that they're not supposed to release it, but they can't get in trouble for releasing it. And that was, find out what that was, whose channel that was.
The picture.
Yeah.
Peak.
Yeah. Well, that was.
John is a very intelligent gentleman. He is a teacher as well as a retired nurse. I don't know their full classifications over there in Europe as to how they designate it. I know it's slightly different than what we do.
No, this was a Step 7 Monolix channel. So that was his, here we go. His channel there, the guy on the right. So that was his broadcast last night.
Yeah, they probably got a hold of the document and we're talking about it.
Yeah.
I actually asked Dr. John, Campbell, but he is so busy with major networks trying to get a hold of him and everything else. I said, look, if you're that busy, I will leave you alone. Because I would like to have had him, but the live stream would have been at a very odd hour due to the time difference.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just.
Because I have reached out to several people who are far more knowledgeable than any of us.
what they recommend to use, what I want to use.
Yeah, because it has its own built-in breathing system.
I'm sorry. There are some good, funny things out there.
Like I said, levity will help keep the mind active and free of stress. Unless, of course, you got an 8-year-old kid who walks out his door every 5 minutes. Dad, Dad, Dad. And you just want to go. I'm kidding. I really don't want to do that. It's the
all right. I'm not sure if I should share this one or not.
Why is it mildly offensive?
Some people might find it, but I'm gonna see if I can make it a little bit bigger here to see if it'll work here, so I can do it.
Should I close my baby eyes?
Hang on here. Get this here. I'm gonna mute that so I can't hear it. But all right, here we go, folks. This was off of Facebook.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
No, but yeah. But that is some of the ridiculous.
Hey Jay, while you're down there, would you grab Charles and me one as well?
But yeah, there are some really, really stupid people out there doing stupid things.
Well, you know what, Jay, instead of just getting the EVA suits, let's swipe the last shuttle and just go up to the space station and stay up there for the foreseeable future. I'll bring my food. You bring your food. We ain't got to worry about weapons because ain't nobody else going to be able to get up there. I can drink Tang. I used to love Tang when I was a kid. My mom would buy a jar of it, say, don't get into it. At breakfast, I was the first one to always get into it. Well, Lori, there's a limited capacity up on the space station, so you're going to have to get in line and get there quick. We cannot hold the bus. Start. Hurry up. Get going.
Yeah, people are putting out some really bad numbers here on the on it. I mean, someone put out a comparative chart here, and the numbers they have on it are way friggin' wrong.
I'm not mean, Lori. I'm just being honest. We can't hold the bus. It's a timetable. You have a limited window of opportunity, or you will miss it for 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and a lot of the people that we know here on YouTube have been putting out, please quit spreading fear and panic. Well, we're not spreading fear and panic. That's not what we're doing. And we've stated that from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I hope those channels, because they do pop in and they've given both of us flack in the past for saying stuff about it. But we're not trying to scare anybody, because everybody that's in our side chat that watches us on a regular basis should already be prepared. Mr. Scott, looks like it's raining out your window there, son.
Hey, wow, you saw that? Oh, I guess I got that window behind me. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a good eye there. That it just started down here.
Yeah.
It's situational awareness, noticing the little teeny things that most people will miss.
It's funny how people, when you watch people's videos, the things that you do see and don't see, and you leave a comment like, "Oh, I remember catching Jeremy from Living the Dream Homestead on one of his videos, and he walked by his truck, and they had just gotten 6 inches of snow the night before. He walked by his truck, and his driver's window was down 4 inches. I said, "Dude, did you get any snow in your truck?" And he's like, "Oh my gosh!" He went back and checked. He goes, "Yeah, I did. I didn't even realize it. Like, it was in your video." It was funny. But yeah, rain just started down here. We are So you guys want an update down here in Southern Cal?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. What's going on down there in the land of the?
You have the perfect LPOP.
The perfect what?
LPOP, listening post, observation post.
This is true. I can stay safe up in my crane if the roving hordes of zombie infected are down below, and they don't climb ladders very well, which is fortunate. So, City of Los Angeles went on an essential business lockdown only, and they specifically talked about construction sites having deadlines, therefore they are essential. That means I get to keep working as well as most of these other construction jobs out here, which is they're trying to, what I'm seeing across the whole country is they're trying to do everything they can to keep people working as much as they can so it just doesn't shut everything down completely. That's what I'm seeing across, no matter how strict the lockdown is. Palm Springs issued a shelter-in-place order, which was weird that the language they used in their order was the same as Orange County, which is the city I live in is in Orange County, issued a essential business shutdown as well. Only essential businesses can stay open. And so there's a lot of confusion from the Orange County Health Department, and people were calling and upset. They had to issue a clarification saying this is not a lockdown. This is not a shelter-in-place order, just like Palm Springs or City of Los Angeles. They're saying it's all okay. So County of Los Angeles has not issued the same kind of order, but we're expecting that. That's the current state of events on the ground in Southern California, as well as a lot of places up in the Mid-Valley or Mid-Central California. They're doing more of a Gil, you can confirm this. They're doing more of a lockdown, right? It's more of a shelter in place in a lot of those counties.
It's for the 6 counties surrounding the San Francisco Bay, basically on the east-west going south around it. The 3 northern counties haven't done, at least they hadn't done it yet. They probably have by now. But what they're doing, according to my wife, is unless you're an essential service, you are going to take care of a relative or one other thing. They had 3 things listed. You're supposed to stay at home.
So that's like a shelter in place unless you got to get out. So that's like a half step more restrictive than what we're seeing down here in Southern California. They're not telling people to stay home. They're just saying to restrict your meetings to 10 to 20 people. All the churches are shut down, all that stuff, whatnot. So the last I heard with Governor Newsom is, and I think it was Governor of New York and a couple places, they're talking about, they're looking at martial law and shutting all of it down. That's the talk I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
It's foretold. I mean, look at the other nations. They're doing martial law without calling it martial law because they're
right
down. They got police guarding every entrance and exit to those areas. I mean,
right.
They're the first one to go full blown with it. They
right.
60% northern of their country, and now it's on complete 100% lockdown.
Right.
Law without being called martial law.
Yeah.
If you use that term, a lot of them snowflakes out west and out east are going to go back crazy.
Yeah. People freak out.
Yeah. We're going to have people looting and burning things, and which makes no sense. I don't understand the rationale behind that personally.
I don't either.
That's what they're going to do. They've done it every time they've had some kind of serious issue. They go crazy. Right.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Our government has to be very careful in the way they word this, because if they use the ML words, we're going to have serious issues. Everybody here that has a weapon, you're going to have it because they're going to get stupid.
Yeah.
Door-to-door roving, trying to steal stuff and hurt people.
I agree. And it's going to happen in the cities first. Los Angeles, I was telling Gil yesterday that Los Angeles, and I've said this for a couple of weeks now, Los Angeles, all these dirt bags and illegals and gangs and whatever down here, they look for reasons to riot and to loot. And so this place will go off like a bomb. And I'm prepared. I am ready. I'm still at work. Unfortunately, I have to go through some bad areas to get home. When home is a suburb of Los Angeles, 25 to 30 miles away. So the suburbs don't burn, but downtown LA, some of the almost like Long Beach, South Central, those places, I got to go through some of those places. So I have to be prepared. I have to have personal protective tools with me, which I do. And I will say only that for OPSEC.
Yeah.
But Gil brought up a great point yesterday about if I have to get home, and I am going to do. I didn't do it last night. I went home and huddled with the family last night. But if I have to get home, I know. If I can't get home, you know what? And beyond what you even said yesterday about putting a couple of days worth of survival stuff in my truck, beyond the water and the granola bars I already have, as well as tools and jumper cables I already have, is having a sleeping bag and some change of clothes, that kind of thing. I need to do that kind of thing. But beyond that, and my personal protective tools, is my mind totally. Why can't I even talk right now? Communication. I've been meaning to build my rack on the back of my truck so I can mount my ham radio antenna on the back of my truck and have my ham radio in my truck. I am an operator, and set my ham radio up at home so that I can go simplex, which for anybody who doesn't know what that means radio to radio, not using a repeater, to my wife so that we can communicate. Because if it goes off, if it just starts going off like a riot down here, cell service will become overloaded and be very difficult to use.
Mm-hmm.
So emergency communications. I'm curious, Gil. Mm-hmm. I don't know of anybody that's talked about the statistics, but the rain's really coming down. They're going to call us off for the rest of the day. I hope that'd be awesome. I can go home and prep my truck. I wonder how many people have gotten their ham radio license over the last couple of months.
Don't know, but I know I've been talking about it. I added to the Asset Center website the pool of questions for the technician class license.
Fantastic.
So that people can study it. And basically I eliminated all the wrong answers. So you got the question and the correct answer, whether it's A, B, C, D, whatever. And they'll say like C, 2 meter or whatever, the question is. And so I got that up there for people. I'm going to do a video here. I'm going to start working on it today. I've been working on the scripts. I'm going to start recording for getting ham radio. But for you, if you don't get that rack on, get a mag mount.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. But the rack is really just a one-day build. It's something I've been needing to do and wanting to do anyway. So it's not going to take me long. I just got to take the day to do it. I've been going through this, worked on the house and did all this construction. And then I got burned out for a number of years. And we just did the remodel last year. And now I only have a couple little projects to do. So it's ready to sell, which we're not going to do at the moment because of everything that's going on. Yeah. So I think by the end of this year, next spring is going to be a perfect time to sell. I really think the stock market is going to really rebound once we get through this. But that's one of those things that I've just been burned out this last 6 months of doing projects on the house. I've been so involved with YouTube and everything else. I'm just between work and YouTube. I've just been lazy. So I just need to get the welding crap out and just get it done. So yeah, emergency communications, man.
You may want to get a mag mount anyways. You have a handheld unit, right?
Yeah, well? I've got all of it. Yeah, I've got mobile and handheld.
That handheld up in the cab with you. You put that mag mount up there. You're way up in the air. I guarantee you'll hit the house with that handheld.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've run my radio up here before, and it's I got to be outside of my cab because the cab is glass and metal, so I get a very bad signal in the cab. When I stand outside, I can hit Catalina. I can hit all kinds of repeaters from here. It's fantastic. I don't know about my handheld only putting out a couple of watts to a home site. I'd have to probably bounce off a repeater to do it.
That's what I'm saying. If you have the like a J pole, even one of those I was thinking of a mag mount on top of the metal of the cab, all of a sudden all that steel becomes your
becomes my ground field. Yeah, my ground plane.
Yeah, your ground plane. And the other thing is you can probably just make one of those cheap J-pole ones that fold up in your pocket, like old antenna wire.
Yeah.
And just hang it up there, and you get a good signal from from stuff.
That's an interesting point. I have to talk to I have a friend of mine who's a ham radio beyond geek nerd. I don't know by putting that antenna right here on my cab, because I have this really huge boom above me that would really possibly cause a lot of interference with that radio signal. It depends on which way I point. If I do a directional antenna, I could point in the direction of my house and get a good signal. But having just a straight up signal.
Yeah, if you have your mag mount or the J-pole, collapsible J-pole set up so it's between your house and the rest of the crane work, that acts as part of, as a side ground plane.
Right, I hear you. Yeah, I'd have to try that out. That'd be interesting. I think in a situation where it gets crazy, it only takes me a couple of minutes to get down out of the crane. I'm really not too worried about walking around the ground. Get to my vehicle, I have a better chance of just firing up the vehicle, putting out 50 watts versus a handheld.
Okay, while we've been talking here, it's gone up 20 cases and 2 more deaths in the U.S. since you've been on here, Scott.
Say that again?
I've got the live stream. Let me bring it up over here. So come on, let's go. There we go.
Oh, the number of deaths. Yeah.
Yeah. So deaths went up another 2 while we've been talking, and this went up another 20 while we've been talking here. Just since you've been on here.
Wow.
Since the stream started, it's it's gone up nearly 600 since the stream started at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock your time. So in the last hour and a half, it's gone up nearly 600. So
you guys want to see a picture? Want to see you want to see the skyline of downtown Los Angeles? Oh, let's see. I wonder if I can. Oh, here we go. I can flip it. There we go.
Yeah, you got some nice storm clouds there.
Yeah. I wonder if I can. Nope, that's my audio. So there's downtown LA right there, and you can barely see it. It's all behind clouds and rain. It is a rainy day. There's my there's my view.
That first step.
That's a view. Here we go. That's a perspective a lot of people probably don't understand. Is I have a glass floor, and that's what I look at all day. And I have a very big glass box I sit in up here, and it gets hot. So thankfully, I have an air conditioner when it gets really hot. But anyway, so there's my view. So that's what I do all day.
Yeah. All right. There was a question here I'll answer real quick here. Mary was asking what the numbers were. So the current number is 11,348 cases in the U.S. Since the stream started, we've got up 581. But last night at 11:30 last night, it was only 9,439. So we've gone up since last night almost 2,000. We're at 1,909. So it's gone up nearly 2,000 since last night.
And in 3 days, it'll jump double that.
Yeah.
They're saying it's between a 4 and 6 day doubling period, and it's following that course.
Well, actually, if I scroll back here, from Monday night was 4,727. Last night, from Monday night to last night, it went up 4,712. Just 15 shy of doubling in a 24-hour period. 48-hour period.
That's crazy.
But
this has really changed life and everybody the way they're reacting to it.
Hey, Scott, the good news for the good news for you, the majority of that increase was New York City, the other side of the country.
Oh.
California is falling behind Washington and New York.
Yeah, I think they're really being proactive down here with the whole thing.
Yeah,
people are really heeding it. I mean, the streets and the freeways are empty. My commute is like cut in half. Pretty fantastic.
Yeah. Let me grab something else here. Just give everybody some other news on this one here. But yeah, it's yesterday morning, New York was 2,000 something. I'm waiting for the number to come up here. I think this morning it was 3,000 something. So it went up by 50% in New York in one day. And you're talking that big numbers, that's a big increase.
Yeah.
But I know Dave this morning, just before we went live, I heard him listening to something else. Italy's death rate, it had 500 more deaths in one day.
Wow. That's just crazy. Well, it is definitely changing life as we know it right now, and people are losing their jobs and whatnot. I'm just very blessed to still have mine. I know I can't afford to lose and leave my job. I had somebody hit me up going, man, you're crazy if you're staying at work. I'm like, well, I have to. If I don't stay at work, I've got 2 mortgages I'm paying, and I just can't just pick up and leave and go to my hideout place in Idaho. I still owe money. Now, if I didn't owe any money on that place, I'd say, yeah, I'm up there. I'll let this house go back to the bank, and I'll go hide in Idaho and stay there. But
holy crap!
Hold on.
Holy crap!
Hold on. Major important news update.
Okay.
Not 100% verified, but coming from a source within the U.S. government. They're talking about putting the U.S. on pandemic quarantine tonight at 8 p.m. So watch your news around 8 p.m. to keep an eye out for it. It's
okay.
Wow.
They're talking about it right now. They're talking.
Yeah.
They're in talks with the government right now.
All right.
What that phone call was.
Okay. Here's what just happened just now. New York this morning. Well, yesterday New York was at 2,000 something. This morning they were at 3,000. Right now New York hit 4,100, 4,100. And this is on
what's going on? Yeah, obviously. Sorry guys, they're calling me. I guess it's not raining hard enough for them to call it. So I'll touch back with you guys a little bit later on. And thanks for the chat, guys.
All right. Take it easy, Scott.
Stay safe. All right, guys.
You too. Yeah. So, New York in 24 hours has doubled, just about in 24 hours. So that's probably one of the reasons. They're freaking out because of New York. Of course, you guys, everyone else on the chat here, New York is not that. Oh, so here, Brassar says he couldn't find this. I know
it's because we've actually talked about this, and the words have been brought up in our side chat, and so our channels and those who talk about this dragon, are getting called shadow banned. They're not really banning us, but they're limiting our ability to get out the information.
Yeah. So
there won't be any, Jay. They've already said they will postpone them. Because if we're on pandemic quarantine, that means nobody can legally vote.
Yeah.
And I got notice today that should be in my mailbox by now. The U.S. Census is sending out the information too.
Yeah.
Convenient, just before elections. Go figure.
Yeah, we got our packet to do. But looking at the map here, the John Hopkins map, their number here for the U.S. is 10,755. while
Of course.
where's the other one? The live the Roy Labs has it at for the US at 11,348. So they're off.
Still at 10,000.
They're off by, like 600. They're off by 600.
What was the Roy Lab number again? 13?
No, the Roy Lab number is 11,000. Yeah, 11,348.
I read the wrong number.
So they're off by 600.
My bad.
Yeah, so
13. I'm going,
yeah. Yeah, if it jumped to 13, yeah, that would been insane.
But let me reiterate that little nose flash I gave you guys. That is somebody who's in the meetings in Washington. For them to let me know is tantamount to them losing their job and facing prison term. They are in talks right now. It is not set in stone. Therefore, it may not happen tonight. But the talk at the moment is due to the exponential growth of this, they are talking going nationwide pandemic quarantine at 8 o'clock tonight. Now, do I know the scope of that? No, they had 30 seconds to tell me what was going on, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So looking at the numbers here, Washington State, which was the leader of cases, has 1,187 cases. New York has 4,100. So New York is almost 4 times what Seattle was, and less than a week ago, it was the other way around.
And 2 weeks ago, Washington was the only one with anything at all.
Yeah. So you look at New York. New York, it's so cram packed. I mean, you can't walk down the street without bumping into 20 people in 5 steps.
Yep. And Jay, you're exactly right. That is exactly what's going to happen. They're going to go bat crap crazy.
Yep.
And Brass, it's what I mentioned a while ago, a couple of weeks ago, as a matter of fact, that everybody says, "Oh, you're just spreading fear. That will never happen in the United States. We can keep stuff moving." No, you can't.
Yeah.
We go into pandemic lockdown. Guess what? Ain't shit moving. Some things will move, yes, but a majority of what is moving will be for COG, continuity of government. That'll be 90% of what does move. There will be certain deliveries made to certain areas, but your most rural areas, guess what? They're going to be left out in the dirt. They're out in the dirt, sticks. They don't need nothing. They should already have it, and they'll be forgotten.
Yeah.
Look at all the other countries. That's all you got to do. And we should all already be prepared for no less than 6 months of this. And if it goes into a full 18 month, like that document suggests, then some of us will actually have issues. I'm ready. Do I want it? Heck no. Do I want to be stuck eating my survival food? No, I'd like to save that for something a little more serious.
Yeah.
But if I have to, we will.
Yeah. All right. Jay asked a question farther back about aimed at me. See if I can find it here again. Where was it?
Yeah, that was actually announced back at the beginning, I think, of February or second week of February, that Australia thought they had something.
Yeah.
And the news was told to quash it. They didn't want to spread false rumors. Well, it's not a rumor, it's fact, but you know how the media is.
All right. So Jay, answer to this question back here. The only reason why she would come up here is because my daughter is supposed to go into labor in the second weekend in April. But all 3 boys previously have all come a week early. So we're looking at the first week of April, which is about 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away. So that was the only reason she was planning to coming up here. She's got plenty of food there. They can lock down in place and not worry about it. So she's really wasn't going to be, she was even concerned about traveling up here anyways, having to stop to get gas in 3 different locations. And she has to make 3 stops to get gas driving from California to here.
Make sure she's got gloves and a mask on. Don't touch anything other than
Yeah,
machine. Walk inside.
Yeah, I sent her when she went back the last time. I sent her back with a bunch of N95 masks, and we got boxes of the gloves there at the house, so she knows about that. What do I got here on the private? Okay, I'm not going to talk about that. That's private. Okay. There's yeah. So folks, double check your supplies. If there's anything if there's going to be one last time you're going to run out and get any supplies, today's going to be it, because what the news Dave just got from his friend, who he can't talk about who he is, but the information is some stuff that I had a feeling was coming down soon that I couldn't talk about because my non-disclosure is still in effect from working for Homeland Security. So, yeah, if you have to go out, today's the day to do it. You may not be able to do it tomorrow if what goes may happen tonight. So tonight at 8 o'clock, I'm presuming that's 8 o'clock Eastern, which is 5 o'clock. So 8, 7, 6, 5 o'clock Pacific time. So figure out your time zones. When that announcement is supposed to take place on the considering going to a national lockdown, or whatever it's called. I'm reading stuff here on the side chat. Hey, Jay, they may not know yet. Even when you call work, they may go, "What are you talking about?" They may not be up to speed on it. But yeah, right now, my wife her company went to a 2-week. Everybody that can work from home. The accounts payable clerks have to come in 1 day a week to run checks and mail, print the checks off. And the office manager has to go in that day to sign them. But other than running those checks up, everybody's working from home. They're telecommunicating. Dave? What was they calling that possibility tonight? Going to be a lockdown or what? Or
pandemic quarantine?
Pandemic quarantine.
Right. Like I said, there's no guarantee because we all know how our government works. One side will say yes, the other side says no, and there's a bunch of bickering back and forth, and not a dang thing gets done.
And certain people
are currently doing right now, whether it happens or not, we don't. I won't know, and you're not going to know unless they come out publicly and say something tonight at about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you see the president's going live at 8 o'clock tonight, you better hurry up and hit the store if you can.
Yeah, I just told everybody hit the store now. This may be their last chance.
Yep. Because pandemic quarantine, if I understand the terminology correctly, means no movement.
Yeah. All righty here. So
things could change. They could say we're going to pandemic lockdown, and they could only limit it to foreign travel, borders completely closed. It's going to be impossible for them to limit interstate travel, but they can put restrictions on it. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
They can hit the major routes like 80, 10.
No, not even they can't. Even if they took every person that's been active, or even like myself, who's not longer in the military, and put us all on the street, there's still not enough people here to block every entrance and exit to all these highways.
Right.
Our nation's infrastructure system with the highways is massive. There's no way to do it.
Well, California actually does it a couple of times during the wintertime. They shut down 80 and 50. They're used to shutting down, the access from Nevada into California.
Right. But they also have barriers they can put across the road.
Yeah.
Guess what? Here in Ohio, there's no such barriers.
Right. Exactly.
If I had a car and they closed the highways off, I can still get out of Ohio. I know every back road to get to Michigan.
No, Scott, the all only thing was is that they're discussing it. Nothing's been said. They're discussing whether they're, that's probably what they're discussing is, how long it's going to be and all this other fun stuff. There's a lot of T's to cross and I's to dot in doing something like that. So if they are discussing it, I guarantee you there's a whole bunch of committees around feeding information to the main body that are talking it over. So it's,
like I said, it's awful eerie that last night that document was shadow released, shall we say, talking 18-month pandemic protocol. And then today I get news that they're talking about pandemic shutdown or pandemic quarantine. Again, I trust the person I heard this from, but they're in an office and she had less than 30 seconds to tell me what's going on. So she may have misspoke. She may have not had all the information in hand, but she said they are in talks about it. So that's, I'd rather let you guys know that if you see an announcement, the president's going live at 8 o'clock tonight or sometime tonight, or possibly even tomorrow morning, that don't be freaked out when you hear him make that announcement. Understand that now is the time to go. The time to prepare is gone. If you plan to fail, or if you failed to plan, you've planned to fail.
Yeah.
It's the easiest acronym to use. Most of us, I'm sure, are already prepared.
Okay, so actually what I need to do is go ahead.
Of course, our Canadian friends are in a slightly different pickle. Somebody took the lid off their pickle jar, threw them inside, and left the lid off sideways, so the flies are getting in there now.
That would be Mr. T, and not the good Mr. T. That one. I'm going to bring this other thing up here real quick. Get rid of
Scott, I know you're listening. Are you on the Discord channel? I don't remember. If you're not, you need to get on the Discord channel because that's where I will post documents like I had Gil link earlier. It's
and I'm going to I'm trying to throw that link up again.
For the PDF?
Yeah. There we go. I had a channel, too many things open. I'm having to close down a bunch of tabs here so I can actually get stuff to work again on the other side over here. Okay,
let's
so
not even discuss that kind of a torrid possibility.
All right, private chat.
Yep.
Grab that link again. And
that's a possibility, Jay. I pray it doesn't come to that, because that will really make people go bat crap crazy. Even some preppers who are begging for this to be the end of the world are going to get a slap in the face if this actually happens. And quietly, I'm back here giggling.
Okay, so there's the link again. The link is to this document here that says on it, unclassified for official use only, not for public distribution or release. Oh, well, we got it.
And it is saved in PDF form to the Discord channel, so you can go get it and read it at your leisure.
Yeah.
It's one of those items that will probably disappear from the internet pretty quick. When too many people start getting a hold of it and start screaming about it, it'll probably disappear, but it's already too late. It's already been downloaded. I've got it on multiple devices, and so does Gil.
Yeah. And I'm double checking something right now, making sure that it did save to the asset center. Is it saved there? This is called, today is, let me do this one here. Full. Yep, I got it. It's 26 megabytes. So I can't email it out. They made it just too big for it to go out on most emails. So yeah. So so Scott, I will email you the link to this because I know you're up there. You may not be able to get it, but I will email it to you. I got to email it to my wife and get her to download it.
Well, like I said, it's 25.8 megs, so it's just a tick over what most emails allow you to use. If you use Google, it'll put it up, or Google Mail, it'll put it into a Google Drive so they can download it. Yahoo will not allow you to send it.
Yeah. Juno won't allow you to send it. NetZero will not allow you to send it. All right. I'm not sure if Hotmail will allow you to send it or not. I don't think so.
No. But, they're going to get a very big reality hit because they're going to think they can go out and start doing things. They're going to start doing things that they think they're going to get away with, and other people are going to slap them in the face and say, no, you ain't coming here and doing that. There's too many channels recently who have been begging for something, and their comments exactly were, if it comes down to that, I will kill and take what I want. They ain't coming here. Thank God they're not close enough. They're multiple states away. But ain't nobody coming into my house stealing stuff. Ain't nobody going to come in here and try and kill me in Charles. Like I said, y'all can see it's right here. And right here's Charles. Okay. I'm not taking no chances. Do I want anything bad to happen? No. Am I trying to spread fear? No. I'm just saying I'm prepared. My question is, are you guys prepared? Excuse me. I know most everybody in here is prepared.
Yeah. So, guys, let me.
Jay, to be honest with that, they do have plans for that, but guess what? During the first 6 months, they can't vanish. They've got too many things in government they've got to get done. They can't. So for the first 6 months, you'll see them all, albeit probably most of them at home, telecommuting, communicating. But after about 9 months, I do, if this gets bad and it goes, 18 months, like they said in that document, after about 9 months, I expect to see a lot of them disappear. Not sure yet. Like I said, Scott, she only had 30 seconds to tell me. And if he goes live tonight with it or it's released tonight, we'll get all the information then. I pray, and this is an earnest, sincere prayer, I hope it doesn't come to that. I pray it don't, because there's going to be a lot of issues if it does. There's too many people in this country that feel entitled to everything. They feel that you and I should bust our butts and give them everything they want while we suffer and work for it and go without. There's too many people like that. And that's partially due to our education system and people like Dr. Spock. Don't spank your child. You'll hurt their feelings. Bullcrap. That's the intention of spanking their butt. Hurt their feelings so they understand doing bad causes pain. Pain, not good. No more bad actions. Just my personal thoughts on it. And if I'm not mistaken, I haven't read the full document yet, Scott and everybody else. That document may actually go over their plan, because what I heard was 18 months. That document says 18 months. So that document may have information regarding this stuff. I'm not sure. Because it took me a while to reload it or refind it this morning. Thankfully, somebody posted it to Doc Bones and Nurse Amy's Facebook group. So I was able to relocate it.
Yeah, I'm sending out a bunch of emails here on this. I'm doing a blanket email on this right now to a bunch of people.
And make sure you put it in there, please.
Yeah.
Please read.
And I'm saying download it while you can. This may disappear soon.
Yes, sir. Change compliance or pain compliance will change behavior. I also send it to my housing management staff. They're in the government, but the government keeps them usually in the dark. I don't like the people that control where I live being fed like mushrooms.
Okay, got that out. So.
And folks, if you need to take additional steps to protect you and yours, I would take them ASAP. Ammo shortages are rampant. Last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, or 1 o'clock my time in the morning, I got an email from a company saying we have 9mm ammo in stock. My pastor went to check this morning. They're out again. The minute it's getting in stock, it's being sold out for at least a majority of the places. So if you're short, you're going to be short.
All right. So go ahead and close that. All right. So we're coming up on 2 hours, and I got stuff I need to do. Yeah, Scott. It would, but theoretically, it would shut everything down. What they can shut down, what they're going to let to go, there's levels that they can do within it. But if they go full blown, yeah, technically it would. But to do that, they'd have to pull everybody back from overseas.
And they can't do that.
Yeah. Not sure. Hopefully, it's just an essential businesses can say, let's do like they're doing in the states and counties right now. So, so I want to do one other thing here. Get this up here, over here.
And people, if you know people that need to have the information on that PDF, share it, share it, share it. Make sure it blankets the internet so they can't pull it down once and it disappear. Make sure it's shared enough so no matter what they do, it doesn't disappear.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Mail is considered an essential service. It won't get shut down immediately.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and call it here, folks.
What time's your live tonight, Gil?
My live tonight is at 8 o'clock Mountain Time,
10 o'clock my time,
10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, 9 Central. And we are not discussing this at all. It's going to be something more happier.
Yay.
It's called the special live stream tonight is called the Spring Equinox, talking about spring cleaning and not necessarily just the house. And it's going to be sort of like a flip-flop rebuttal to No Shave November. Anyways, yeah. Well, I'll see you on this tonight. It's going to be special. All righty. And come on. There we go.
Wrong one.
That works. I don't care. It works. It's just that it's not saving. Not going live like it's supposed to.